she's a preteen, so anything I do is pretty unacceptable in her eyes.
Jamie, was it so fun for your girls to kind of watch you get back into character?
Well, my oldest, I think she kind of felt like the old lady thing. She was like, oh my God, like, so what are you doing? Like, but my, the whole Zoey thing is kind of, my oldest is old. She understands it now. And it's weird because I was her age, I think, when I started the show, or close to her age when I started the show. So it's pretty surreal to look at it from that point of view. But, you know, she's a preteen, so anything I do is pretty unacceptable in her eyes.
Like, oh, Mom, please.
She's like, ugh,
And like,
again.
I had my daughter and Jamie had her daughter, and that was like honestly one of the coolest moments.
Yeah, I know.
So coming on, just like having them like play with each other and like share toys and stuff was just like surreal.
Yeah.
Like, it was an amazing feeling though.
Yeah.
So what was it like getting back on set and kind of, you know, almost picking up where you guys left off?
I think it was kind of like what you're seeing now. We picked up where we left off. It was like a real reunion. You know, we had some of our families there, and it was kind of just surreal stepping back into basically like our PCA days. You know, I was just happy to see everyone. I was happy to see everyone at Nickelodeon that we'd worked with, but ultimately really happy to see all of these guys.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I'm still getting pranked just like day one. So yeah,
Normal
normal stuff here.
It was just so surreal to feel the way our connection clicked into place. In some ways, I felt like I was 16 years old again, which I hadn't anticipated. And getting to know one another as adults has been a really cool experience.
Yeah,
I agree. Same thing with me, because I was so young on the show. Getting to like see everybody, it was a weird mixture of like stepping into a time machine where we're all exactly the same, but then also we're not. And just being able to connect on that adult level was just really cool.
It's hard for me to accept Paul as an adult still.
Yeah. I'm a kid at heart, so it's fine.
Well, I feel like Paul got the jawline pretty young, so I've been watching that adult face grow for some time. The jaw just gets more and more defined.
But
there it is.
How did you guys keep in touch over the years? Is there a Zoey 101 group chat, and what goes on in the group chat?
There is
Let
now.
Chris
There
take
is
that
now.
one.
It's called PTA Alumni, and I think Chris started it, or somebody started it.
Chris is like always
Always
connecting
starts
us.
Yeah.
Always Chris. He's the glue. He brings us together. And here we are.
That group chat is the origin of all that reunion. It started with a text from Jamie in the group chat.
Yeah. I think maybe Chris and I get all their numbers from you. I can't remember. And we started a group chat, and that's how it happened.
When Zoey 101 ended, there was no cell phones, really. I mean, there was, but like barely tech mates.
I think we got an iPhone as our wrap gift the very last season.
We did, and I gave mine away because I was like, what is this? I don't want it.
I was like,
I can't believe you gave it away. I used that thing
I know.
for years.
I like
still
going
have
to
it.
all the producers. I was like, maybe an iPhone for a wrap gift, please. Like over and over, like nagging, just like Dustin would, like over and over. And they got it to us, and I was so happy.
That is so funny.
But yeah, we started that with everyone, and it's like the most amazing thing now because we don't have to, you know, we can all just kind of check in on each other with just a couple texts and, you know, sending a little info in, and it's really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Chris, I feel like you just explained how text messages work. It's great. You can check
send
in with one
messages.
another, writing little messages.
We don't need the mail anymore.
What's the stamp? They're doing it.
Carrier pigeons are a thing of the past.
Sometimes we send each other electronic pictures.
Do you know what those are?
Sometimes they move. It's wild.
Obviously, the question I'm sure you guys have been getting all day, does this mean that a Zoey 101 proper show reunion is going to happen in the future?
That is what we all want to happen. And it's something that the conversations were being had before quarantine, and they're still being had, but just at a slower process, as everything is right now. But I think what's important is these characters, people grew up watching them and connecting to whichever one they felt, you know, the closest to. So we have to do our job and really tell the story correctly. So that way, you know, we do it justice for the fans, and we got to find the right home to tell that story, because as we've grown up, so have our characters, and we need to make sure we're able to, you know, tell a realistic story from that point of view. And hopefully we get it done sooner rather than later. But this is just, you know, one of our little gifts that we are giving to the fans because they have been so loyal to us, and we want to, you know, give them what we can while we can.
Definitely.